Awaken, puppets of Geppetto, and welcome fans, new and loyal, to the next installment of your Lies of P Overture DLC Easy to Follow Platinum Guide. We have our Wolverine's claws, we have the talons maxed out, and we're in the next section of the game, the factory. So, there's a bit of, once we clear the frozen spray, we're going to be coming back and doing more. There's an upper section which we're going to do later as well. For now, we're just going to start on the right journey.
Did you hear that? Could that be Leia? No one in our
two
time knows how
carcasses
she
here.
disappeared or how she died. Even if she died. Here's hoping it's got nothing to do with this deeply disturbing alchemist facility, at least.
Oh, the second one's behind the crate. So every time you see that nice flash, you know that you've had a critical. Grab the fire abrasive. Switch to Cataclysm. You're going to use 2 shots on Big Pokey. So, around this corner there is a carcass, switch to rope, because there's also another pokey. So rope the carcass. I'm going to switch to Cataclysm. Tried to get the bonus damage on him. There we go. Yeah, sadly, this is one of the enemies where the DLC has made enemies immune. Not immune, but enhanced rope takes too long and they hit you out of the sky. Right, that was the rising carcass. We're now going to head down into pipe left for a Legion mag. On, and there's 3 icy crawlers here, so string always does well for crawlers. There's 3 in total. You can see there's 1 behind the pipe and there's another one up there. Oh. There we go. And the claws get stuck every now and again. Right path for a half moonstone. Onward. We can now grab antifreeze and open this shortcut. This is back to the room where we just were. So that's where we just came down. Head onward. There are 2 carcasses in the next enemy room. So we open this much later, this door. I'm not using the charge attack enough. I am going to apologise in advance for the amount of times I'm probably going to say Berserker Barrage, because we are Wolverine. Grab the sharp pipe. jump. I've never had a problem with the wall. Jump. Okay. Never had a problem with the wall with the claws. So apologies. So bop them. Onwards. It's a Fable Catalyst. And then there's a crawler ambush for this item here, which is a dim crystal. So this is somewhere we're going to go later. However, firstly, we're going to come down the ladder. Down ladder. Okay, so careful, this is one of those ground attacking carcasses. Rawr! So defeat that one, come back this way, and we're going to grab the technique crank, and then we're going to go back up the ladder. So it was the two things that we came down for. And now we're going to take that shortcut. So you're going to go into this pipe. And you're going to drop onto this pipe. I think we just carry on. Try to navigate the pipes, yeah. So walk, don't jump, don't roll. And here we are. We can now grab the miraculous enhancement ampule. And then we're going to drop down. Take out these two hanging crawlers. There we go. Now we've taken them out, we're going to enter this exit. Makes sense. Continue on to this exit. As we turn, and there's only one open cell at the moment. Only cell. So, rope will not work on this big blob. So this is a big sniper blob. So you're just going to go in and you're going to Fable. So rush. Fable. Faster camarade! Oh wow, that didn't get a single crit. Wow. But yeah, so just spam Fable, defeat that. The drops are random, so I won't pick those up. We've already defeated the hanging crawlers. So now this area is safe. Far item will trigger another ambush. There we go. Actually, that was another hanging crawler. Could have shot him before, but anyway, that's fine. So that's the attribute resistance. Then we're going to go back. That's everything we need down there. So back up where we fought the big sniper. And now we're going to go up the ladder. There's a carcass and a hugger in this next room. So there's the hugger. If you can't get a backstab on this hugger like that conveniently, then make sure you use rope to get it out of its hug animation. I'm going to use a Fable Catalyst. As this poker over here I'm going to use Fable to deal with this one. I enjoy that far too much. Hidden Moonstone times 2. Cross over and take out this distracted carcass. Over to the right here, bop this one. Grab this thermite. And then we're going to use the bow and the cataclysm to deal with this far poker. Too far away. Don't know. No, just shut. Oh. There we go. Not sure why it's not just storing the charge on the cataclysm for me. I'm clearly doing something wrong. But that's fine, we've dealt with that. And then bow, as you can see, there are a bunch of hanging blobs. So make sure, don't just shoot them down, but keep going with normal attacks to win the range fight. There we go. So that was 2 in the corridor. And then 2 more in this jail cell. Oh, you've come from the other side of the bridge. So that one came from across the bridge. Yeah. 2 in the cell. Into the cell there is a carcass. There he is. Give me your claw. Down the ladder there are 2 more carcass. Now you can't always get them with the arrow. You've got to find the sweet spot. There's 2 in there, so we've just taken out 1. That's going to make it a lot easier. There we go. The chest has the Tenacious Amulet. Not that we're going to use it, but I'm trying to show you pretty much everything the game has to offer. So that's the Tenacious Amulet. Back up, and we're now going to move onward. If you haven't, well, that last sniper came to me. If not, we're going to fight it here. Rush the sniper blob. Carcass. In here for the crumpled interrogation log. This is going to give you some background on Marchiona. Out on right, so this is where the blob would have been if it didn't chase like it did. Past the lift, and we're going to go in here, and we're going to bop the boards to find the warden. Here, Gemini is going to prove his uselessness.
I'd say the deceased was an alchemist. A high-ranking one, too. Could be the warden. Even he fell to the legendary stalker in a single blow.
Single blow, huh?
No warden.
Legendary
no control.
stalker uses one
Would
sword.
explain all the chaos here.
There is a cross on him. That's 2 hits minimum. Do you want to revise that, Gemini? Ah, Gemini. And take the lift up. Just checking there wasn't anything to do first, but no, we come up, get the Stargazer, and then we head back down. Grab the frost-covered instructions. Down here for a chest with a Legion amulet inside. Talk to the sweeper survivor. I'm going to call him Bob.
No! Mercy! See? The legendary stalkers. Just spare me.
Find out more about the legendary stalker, about what he's doing here, so you can find out a bit more about, you know, Simon and his attempts to create immortality. And look! He's immortal! No weapon can defeat him, apart from time. Open the shortcut. Now, beware, there is a hole in the floor on the way back. I'm telling you in advance, hole in floor. Look, you can see it in front of you. So stick to the left. Hole in floor. Clearly I've never fallen down that before. Twice. Rest at the Stargazer. Level up. Motivity to 36. And on we go. And immortal Bob has passed away.
It's really sad.
He was immortal.
But there wasn't
Simon
any
just
way
needs
to
to work
save
on the
him.
lifespan part. Take the lift back down. So... rope Blob. Oh, lovely critical. And then the carcass from the crates, don't forget. But that's more like it, game. We have a high critical rate. Give me them crits. Next cell has 2 carcass and 1 blob, so you're going to attack this one. Rope blob. Lovely. And then we're going to rush the last carcass. Grab the antifreeze. We're going to drop down here, and there's a carcass that we're going to pop. Grab the attribute ampule. And this part here is a game of patience. Now, if you rush the giant blob sniper, as you can see, there are huggers that are going to drop down and make your life miserable. So, we're going to play a ranged battle. One shot. Charge up. It does its attacks. I missed the crit. So Yes, it's not exciting. However, I'm making this an easy to follow guide, not a speedrun. You are going to get a stagger, and that eventually will make it tempting, but again, the reason we're not charging up isn't because we can't charge up, it's because we don't want to have to deal with all those huggers at the same time as the big blob sniper. Nearly there. There we go. Now, with that defeated, we don't have to worry about a sniper hitting us. We can just 1v1 these huggers. But yeah, nice little trap room where if you don't look up and you see the blob, you think, okay, well I'm just going to serpentine my way towards the blob and then huggers. Right. Blob drops a random ergo and a random item. I won't pick those up to play it safe. We're now going to head up and we're going to use Fable on Mr. Pokey. Sorry. Then grab this Dark Moon Moonstone, open this shortcut, and we're now going to go into the open cell. Inside the open cell, I don't think there's any way of getting any cheeky extra damage. So use the grindstone and then drop. This elite is going to open the wall. There we go. Yeah, just easier, just to help the stagger build. Use the grindstone for the first bunch of blocks. Drop's not guaranteed from the elite, so I won't get that. The chest is our next DLC weapon. This is Puppet of the Future's Welder Blade. So this is DLC weapon 5 of 10. Probably really good for an advanced build. Open the door, which takes you back to the blob room. Now we've done that little side detour, we can come down this ladder to continue on our path. Going to head onward, and you're going to stop before entering. There's a blob and a carcass in here, and then there's a purple butterfly that drops a full moonstone of the Covenant, and the purple butterflies have teleportation added to their effects as part of the DLC update. Blob. Just a carcass around the side here. So yeah, it's going to teleport when it does that. So keep looking. There you are. Full Moonstone of the Covenant. There's a Vivid Ergo Crystal here. There's a Sawtoothed Wheel here. 5 of them. Then Onward. For a half Moonstone. Right. Switch to Cataclysm if you're going to use a Legion Armor tool. Actually, no, I'm going to use the rope. Well, I'm not really going to use the rope for this enemy. I don't think I'm going to use Legion at all, to be honest. The old ball and chain. So pretty much use all your tools. Grindstone, use it once your weapon durability starts to drop. The block timing isn't too bad, to be honest. Main thing is keep a bit of distance and you should be fine. He does 3 slams, 2, 3, then a Fury Slam. Berserker Barrage! And then I'm gonna back away. 2, 3, Fury. Oh, we missed that one. 1, 2, 3. Stop it, Drew. Oh, that's the range. Shock is the brown ampule. Oh, come on, Drew. That's better. Stop missing that. Okay. Can't miss it if I've got my grindstone. Stagger window duration that we've got on our new game plus build. So good. Auto drops the Workshop Union finished cartridge +1. We will equip that later, but at the moment it's a bit too much on our weight limit. And now pull the lever. Right lever. To the end. So this is a room we've been in before, however this one is not.
What
Grab
exactly
the advanced
are the
crank
alchemists researching anyway?
and
It has
continue
to be
onward
for cure.
to the next
How else could they
Stargazer.
justify such horrifying deeds? Oh, I want to forget what we saw, but I can't.
Level up motivity to 37. Onward. Past the first bit of gas. Come to this corner, you can hear Leah. Oh no, Veronique.
Is that Veronique?
Not Leah.
She sounds completely insane.
Right, bow
Leah
to
could
lower
be
the
facing off against her this
carcass.
very moment. But I bet we can help her. Let's hurry.
Drop. So that item there is a fire canister. So, in honesty, it's not even worth picking up, but there you go. I'll wait for gas. Drop. That item there is an enhanced detection, the extra ergo item. I'm not going to pick that up. So, you do have enough time, it's just not necessary. So yeah, that is an enhanced detection. Walk on and then off the planks, and then they'll drop. Then drop. There's a blob in the pipe. Take out the blob first. Then you can grab this half moonstone. Head into pipe. At the end is a blob on either side. There we go. Blob either side. Midway here, there's a cat dust. Oh no. Wait a minute. Have I missed the cat dust? Oh, right. That was cat dust is over there. Mid-turn here for ancient disc. Read notes properly, Drew. So yeah, make sure grab the ancient disc that we just grabbed here. And then continue to the end for drop. To where this ladder is. Drop down again. Get past the double gas. Drop. Let me rock on. What? Fine. We're going to plunge the crawler. And this is going to get us a black rabbit hole key. I wish they had actually made a trophy tied to the black rabbit holes, but hey ho. Up ladder. Forward for a dark moon moonstone. Drop. Drop. And then you can see here in the corner there's an extra ledge, so you're going to drop to this. And then again another enemy. Oh, there we go, we can lock onto this one. Plunge. And you'll be glad to know at the bottom here is a Stargazer. Switch Legion Arm. Now, I'm actually going to use the puppet string for this fight, but you've got the Aegis if you want it. Level up. Spend. You're going to spend a dim crystal for 5,000. And then we're going to spend dim chunks as needed to get to the next level. 1 for me, it might be 2 for you. Motivity 238 is what we're aiming for. And then we're about to fight a boss, Veronique, leader of the Sweepers. Now this is a 1v1, so switch the Wish Stone to Recovery. Make sure that you've got the Spaced Armor Liner for Strike on as your armor. And what was I going to do? I was going to put the wishstone on. That's what I was going to do. So the puppet string is so strong in this fight. Her weapon can be broken and absolutely should be broken to make the game easier. So that's where our grindstones are going to come in. It's a somewhat predictable moveset, so it's not too difficult in that, but she hits hard, so you might end up using all your healing. Hopefully you'll get some bonus pulse cells from the Nameless One's amulet.
My mind is unraveling.
You can't hurt her until the health bar comes up.
It burns. My mind's
But
ablaze.
that is why the rope is goat, because it stops her. Whoop. Watch out for over.
Never surrender.
Oh, messed that one up. That's the flamethrower. Give you a chance to put on the perfection grindstone. Come on. Have a shot put. Oh, I got too greedy.
Don't give up. Don't give in. Not for them.
Ooh. Oh, that one hurt. Right. Have one of these.
Don't lose reason, Veronique. Don't give up. Don't give in.
There we go. Weapon break. There we go. So yeah, what I should have done was just focus on grindstones, break the weapon, and then it gets much easier from there. Okay, now that she's defeated, you talk to her, and at the end we are going to give the Stalkers salute, and that will give us some humanity points, and we will feel warm.
Forgive me. Please. They're tests.
You ask about
She did
Leah,
nothing.
the legendary Stalker. She says fine, and then salute.
I die as I lived.
So we get Veronique's will, we get her mask, her armor, and we get the coolant key. There's the humanity points because we did the salute. Turn off the coolant. Head back. I'm going to burn these pulse cells to get some Fable charges back. Rest. Switch the Legion arm back. And we're going to teleport to 2-1, the Zelator underground facility. Now that we've turned the coolant off, we can do all of the side areas. Mandatory if you want to platinum, as there's a weapon involved. Okay, firstly, we're going to head up these steps. And we're going to open the black rabbit hole. This one has got the Eldest's gear, the Eldest gas mask and Black Death's protective apparel. As with all the previous ones, we're going to equip the coat, and that's going to let us find the family photo. Sadly not trophy related, but I still kind of like it. Exit, and we're going to take the long way round, as that's going to give us the special ampule. Drop, take the ladder down, grab, there is a star fragment and a shot put. Open the corner door. There's going to be one carcass visible. This one. We're going to rope this one. And that's why. Rope this one, keep it under control. Distance there, that is all the carcass in here. Resplendent ergo chunk on the bed, and a Legion caliber in the safe. We have one more Legion arm that we're going to be maxing out for our build, and that will be the Icarus, the other new Legion arm. Exit. And head over to the far pipe. I don't know what I typed there. Crow. Rope the crawler. Then there are two internal crawlers. Oh, that was less than ideal, Mr. Drew. There we go. Take out the crawlers. Into the next pipe. We're going to drop. And this room has two huggers and a white butterfly, which is going to give us another ancient disc. So we're going to quickly rope and dispatch of the huggers. So not up there. This room in here we're going to first. What I'm trying to do is avoid triggering the butterfly. There it is. So quickly take out the hugger. Right, and now we want to take out the three white butterflies. There we go. So you do get quite a bit of time, and that gets you the ancient disc. Next, up here you're going to rope the sniper. I said you're going to rope the sniper. It's unfortunate that I didn't get the kill naturally, but that's fine. And then there's a poker in here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a Fable catalyst, as Fable is more consistent for them. priority is dealing with... Uh-oh. Okay, it's unfortunate that literally all of them have decided to rush. That's not common. The sniper rushing is common. There we go. Right, well, that changes how we're going to deal with that next room. So, what normally you would do, you deal with the poker, you come in here, you prioritize the sniper, you then deal with the hugger. Then going to head up here. Just always rope snipers just to keep them out of their attack. These ones with the freeze blasts do damage and pretty much insta-freeze, so all sucks. Once you've done that, drop down here. There's a hugger in the cell. There's a dim crystal here. Up this ladder for a shot put. And this is the door I said that we're going to open much later. Back down the ladder. And this is the elite we're going to be fighting. So he's got those two big circular weapons. I have done so many perfect blocks and they have not broken. There are also two carcasses that will spawn from the side tanks as well during this fight. Use all the tools. After this fight we're going to warp back to the Stargazer, so don't worry about that. No, I didn't want to use... I wanted to swap to my rope. That's what I wanted. Oh! He double rolls. Have a shot. Focus. Yeah, right. Oh, we do break. There we go. Oh, it's a different enemy that must be, that doesn't break. Right, now that that's defeated, into the final room. There is a news clipping here. And a chest which has DLC weapon number 6 of 10, La Vendetta. Strength-based weapon. Just not as good as any of the other ones we're going to be using. Pocket watch. And use to go to the most recent Stargazer. We're not going to go to the hotel quite yet. We've got one more thing we're going to do. We're going to meet ALIDORO! The real ALIDORO. And, oh, the voice. Use the Stargazer. Level up motivity to 39. And teleport to the coolant control room. 2-3. I feel bad that I'm going to be skipping ALIDORO's dialogue, given how much I've made a thing about his voice.
Veronique fought
Onward,
until the bitter
it's
end.
a bit of a long
But even if we could
route
have helped
because
her,
Gemini has to
it was
talk.
far too late. At least her suffering is over.
Before the
Rest now.
elevator, there is a special resistance. There we go. Special resistance ampule. Elevator. And then, if you want a little, bit of extra dialogue that doesn't hurt anything, put on the treasure hunter's mask. The weapon sadly doesn't do anything, so if you put on the Two Dragon Sword, which is ALIDORO's weapon, that doesn't do anything, but the mask does. Far right corner for a thermite. And then open the doors for ALIDORO, or for now, the Tracker.
I suppose I should expect to meet strange people in such a strange place. I smell blood on you. But, interesting. It's the blood of alchemists. Still, that doesn't prove we aren't enemies. Let me get this straight.
Explain the situation.
Quite evolving. I'll take mine. I consider it.
So, I'm going to show about the treasure hunter's mask.
How interesting. I don't know how you got your hands on that mask. But I hope you aren't trying to impersonate me. I would hate for my trust in you to be broken.
So there you go, a little nod if you wear the mask. And exhaust all the other dialogue. So importantly, he will give you the DAYLIGHT-WREATHED horn. A, for the boss fight, where you summon him to do the fight with us. But B, if you don't have Toma's whistle, the faded whistle, this is how you get the golden seed.
I'm just what I can.
Ask about his identity, he's going to say no.
Legend.
She's legendary stalker.
Trouble.
What happened to Romeo? How to find
What?
Leah. Something else. Gold coin tree.
Take a look. It looks all I'm.
Rose
The road I
estate.
have If you find the Overseer, be sure to blow the horn. No matter where.
There you go. If you find the overseer, blow the horn. Right, let's take that off. Don't want to look silly. Onward. So this is then Order's letter of reprimand. This is actually a letter about the death of Camille, which is Carlo's mother. So some lore. Downward path first for a chest. And this is an important one, as this is KLAUS'S luxury bag. We're going to use this to expand the ancient disc store. Back up. Next path. Grab antifreeze. Fire up the Stargazer. And at the Stargazer, we're going to warp to Eventide Hotel Krat. And that's going to be it for this video. So yeah, lots done, the whole of the facility completed in this episode. And in the next episode, if you haven't already got the gold seed, we're going to get you the golden seed. We're going to expand KLAUS'S store, we're going to get another record, we're going to get a quartz, we're going to do all the goodies leading on towards our next boss fight, the Two-Faced Overseer, where we get to fight alongside ALIDORO himself in the flesh. Can't wait to show you that. I really hope you're enjoying the guide so far. If you are, please drop me a like on the video, and if you're not subscribed, please drop me a subscribe as well. It really does mean the world to me. All of the follows, the support, thank you all so much. It really keeps this content going. I can't wait to see you in the next video, and until I do, thank you so much, and bye for now.